Hello, this is Rachel with the Borderline Recovery Coaching Channel. If you want to email me and we can spend some time together, or if you want to email me for a question or a topic, it's in the description below. So I want to talk about what they refer to as door slamming. So door slamming is when you end a relationship permanently. 95% is permanent. Some people will still open the door again after a door slam for a while. And some people, the other person that received the door slam, sometimes they'll be open for you to come back after a door slam after a while. Even though they'll want to hear from you in between period the whole time. So it's usually permanent. And it means that you hurt them on the way out and you do it out of the blue, sudden, and you basically cut them off or go no contact, disappear, move, or something like that. So the person door slamming would be the one doing that. And so borderlines or people with the traits, it's easy to want to door slam all the time. And you're forcing other people to have to adapt to this behavior. And even though most of the time it feels like, oh, this is permanent, it's really over, or I really want it to be over, I'm done with this. The truth is that the borderline will cycle from door slam to wanting to make up and be with that person again. But there's, especially with the borderline, because it's a habit or a behavior that was learned or a behavior that's been happening since childhood. If you've been with this person for a very long time, there's no reason to do the door slam period or on a regular basis, because you can be confident that person is still there, they still care, and they're still trying to work with you. So instead of the door slam, you could say, I need this much time to myself. You could say, I need space, I need a break. And when you tell them why, don't do it in such a cutthroat way that you're hurting them as much as you can out of the blue, because then you have damage. And damage control sometimes starts before it happens. So, there's a lot of power in what you say, especially since you could have somebody who's been dealing with you on a long-term basis or short-term and kind of a serious basis. And it's just important to keep a good communication and keep that bridge open by communicating that this is why and I need time. You can even leave the time open. You don't have to play games and say, well, they did this and the internet or a book says wait 2 weeks before you talk to them again. Just when you feel right. And when you feel right, don't throw information or comments or things back in their face either. Because that's still bad behavior, even though it's not the door slam. So realize who you're talking to, including a lot of borderlines door slam at work and they get fired, or they have a hard time, or they want to quit, or they ask for time off, call in sick because of confrontations. And when you door slam at work, it's not likely that they'll keep you very long, or they'll give you a hard time, you won't be promoted, won't get a raise. And door slamming never feels good from the other side. And the borderline fears abandonment. So, we're kind of reflecting abandoning another person when the door slam is so permanent or for such a long time. And you can shut the door by saying you need a break and saying why, but you don't have to make it permanent. And you don't have to make it so harsh, so abrasive, cutthroat, mean, cruel. You don't have to prove to them, all your weapons and everything you can use to fight. You don't have to prove that to them at all. And most of the time people know. And most of the time when there's conflict, they're really afraid of what you're going to say next because, your weapons are so sharp. So let's practice not door slamming. It's all about needing space and boundaries. If you feel like you got a door slam, that's a sign that you did not address this boundary sooner. Because if you did, it wouldn't come to a point where you're going to lash out of the blue, cut someone off, and do it in the meanest way possible. So it's very important, since you don't want abandonment, to keep these people in your life. You don't door slam. You don't say, I can't handle this anymore. I don't want to see you again, or anything like that. So treat them the way you would want to get treated if they need space. And you would expect communication like, hey, I'm going on a business trip for 3 days, talk to you soon. Or I'm in an airplane, can't talk to you right now. Or I'm driving and I can't talk to you right now. Or I'll be able to get to you later this day or in a week. You would want that. You wouldn't want someone to cut you off permanent out of the blue. The communication part is saying you need space and this is why. This is my boundary. And 99% of the time, it's been a boundary issue the whole time. You let it get to this point by not speaking up and saying your boundary. And then you're just going to throw a fit and make a scene and door slam because the boundary was pushed to that point, but it could have been prevented. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying the truth because I care and I want to talk to you like we're friends or, like you're a person. So I just want you to be better than me, better than a lot of people, and don't use the door slam to get your point across. A lot of people are on the internet saying, yeah, door slam's okay. It's okay to get your point across. Okay, cut someone off out of the blue. And most of the time it's not. And there's an appropriate way to do it and a different way to do it. And if you want to be back with this person, try not to be so off and on. There is a gray area. Not everybody is good or bad. If it was that easy, we would always know who the bad person is. If it was that easy, we would always know who the good people are. But everybody's just kind of mixed up. So, you don't know really, but you're giving everything the benefit of the doubt when you realize that everything's good and bad. Just including you. Including you too. So there's good and bad, especially with people's behaviors. So anyway, I hope that you comment. Thank you.